Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for the Familiar of Zero episodes 5, 6, and 7. I had to think about it for a second because it's been a while since I have touched the show, like in another one with my smartphone. And most of the characters that I can remember the names of are Louise and Saito. What was the princess's name again? I don't remember. But uh this episode 5 is them having a little talent show with their familiars and everything. And obviously, Sato can't really do a whole lot with Louise since he's not technically a familiar, yet he is at the same time, yet he's not a typical familiar. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff happens these 3 episodes. We find out that there's somebody going after the treasury in the school, and the person's name is Fouquet. While the talent show is going on, Fouquet decides to attack the school and go after the Staff of Destruction in the treasury, in the vault. Also, I apologize for the audio, the mic audio in the video, because I was listening to it while I was checking the video a moment ago, and it sounded so low. I don't know if all the videos are like that. I hope they aren't. But if they are, I apologize so much for that, because I didn't know at the time when I was recording it that they was low. And, let's see. Obviously, Luis and Saito cannot do a thing, and what was her name? The blue-haired girl with the wyvern. She is the first to notice the dang golem attacking the vault, besides Saito and Luis. And that thing is so loud. I mean, like, how do you not notice all that happening? Like, at least an explosion you would notice. Sadly, Fouquet got away with the Staff of Destruction, and the teachers decide that they're going to have to get some people to go and get it back, because if Fouquet figures out how to use the Staff of Destruction, it could mean, game over, at least according to them, because they don't know what the staff is capable of. They end up heading out. We find out that there are fallen nobles who end up turning to like life of crime and stuff. As for the reasons, it could be like, I don't really know, but if someone wants to give like a reason, for example, go ahead. And they managed to find the building that the headmaster's assistant had pointed out, and they go inside and they end up finding the Staff of Destruction. Sadly, the golem shows up and attacks them, and Sato tries to use the fancy sword that whatever her name is, the one with the salamander, gave him, but obviously the thing broke like I thought it would. I knew that having 2 swords wouldn't be a big deal, because if one breaks, you have a backup. And Sato draws the other sword that Luis got him, the rusty old one, and then that mark on his hand starts glowing again, like when he fought Guiche. And he ends up seeing what the Staff of Destruction is, and he realizes what it is. And he ends up taking down the golem really easily with it. And it turns out that the Staff of Destruction is a rocket launcher. And it turns out that Fouquet was the headmaster's assistant the entire time. And she only led them there so that way she could get them to figure out what the Staff of Destruction was and how to use it. Sadly for her, the Staff of Destruction is only a one-time use. It had only one shot in it, essentially one rocket in it. And it turns out that a lot of people have ended up being summoned into that world, so Sato is not the first one to be summoned to that world from Japan. And it turns out that there were two Staffs of Destruction. One was already used by the original, Gundalf? Don't ask me why they named them that. And then they had the other one sealed away in the vault, and now it's sealed away again, and Fouquet is now in the dungeon. And the princess thanks them for, their help, because if they hadn't, stopped it, it would have gone badly. And it also turns out that the two of them, Louise and the princess, are actually, childhood friends. And it's weird seeing how Louise is back then as a kid and seeing her now. Like, what changed to make her have that attitude? And Louise kind of dropped the ball on something when, the princess was offering her hand. She told him, Louise told Sato, you need to kiss her. And she should have said, you need to kiss the princess's hand, because she probably mostly thought that he would understand what she meant, which obviously he did not know. And thus he took that literally and gave her a big old kiss. Obviously, he got his butt kicked for that by Louise. But we find out that the princess actually wants them to do something for her, essentially. Go undercover in the village and find out what nobles are abusing their powers against peasants. Okay, so they end up getting a job at a little tavern where all the girls are dressed in cute outfits, and they, serve drinks to the customers and everything. Sato's the one, who takes care of the dishes, cleaning up and everything. And Louise is not at all good at this type of thing. I mean, you would think that if they knew that this was going to happen, Sato would have given her some tips like, be polite to the customers, no attitude towards them, and if they get handsy, just kind of make up an excuse and get away, essentially. But yeah, she's not very good at this, and thus gets no tips. A nobleman comes in, and he's, flaunting his title as a nobleman, again, to everyone, and is trying to get, special treatment, and he tries to get handsy with Louise, and obviously Louise drop kicks him, which I really do not blame her in the slightest for that. And Sato kind of admits that he might have a thing for Louise, because when he was talking to the guy, he said that nobody gets to touch Louise but me. And I'm like, really, dude? You're going for the spoiled rich girl. And they reveal, essentially, that they have a permit by the princess herself. And yeah, apparently she ends up earning enough money from that guy trying to pay them off to forget this little incident that she gets to wear the Enchanted Fairy Bustier, whatever it was called. Makes me wonder how much she ended up earning with that thing, if she earned anything at all. But yeah, we are getting ready to see a bunch of stuff happen with all this, and that, like I said, that wasn't the only person that got summoned to that world besides Sato and Gundalf. As for who else, we will see. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd recommend doing so. Obviously, it's your choice. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Just, leave a reason for it in the comments so that way I know. And if it's like a reason like you're not doing such and such a content or whatever, then I'll take it into consideration. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.